Hello, this is Yuri Tovbin. I'm getting tired of my own name, but this is Yuri Tovbin, and I'm back with you with the passive voice. We have discussed 2 series of slides, and this is my final set of slides for you. We have been discussing why the passive voice is used. This is another instance of the passive voice. Let's look at it. Let's see what it says. The book is called The Abyss. It was written, we're speaking about the book. The book is called The Abyss, the new information. It, the abyss, is now the old information. It was written, the new information, and then some more new information follows. It was written by a plumber, more new information, who is rumored to have had 6 wives and 2 mistresses. Well, the plumber was getting around. Instead of having 6 wives and 2 mistresses, he should have had 2 wives and 6 mistresses. He'd be better known in that case. Anyway, ее написал сантехник, у которого, по слухам, было 6 жен и 2 любовницы. With this sentence structure, where you have a very long attributive clause attached to the noun plumber, you cannot do it in any other way. You cannot say, a plumber who is rumored to have blah, 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 wrote the book. It doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound proper. It sounds very poor syntax, and it sounds awkward and lopsided. Какое-то кривое, одностороннее предложение, неуютное абсолютно. It was written by a plumber who is rumored to have had 6 wives and 2 mistresses. You have 2 passives here. It was written by a plumber, and who is rumored to have had 6 wives. There's something else I'd like to note for you here. The book is called. It does look like the passive voice. It has the verb to be, and it has the past participle of call, is called, but it is not the passive voice. The passive voice always describes an action. That is why it is the passive voice. Это залог, and залог describes either an active action or a passive one. Here, you don't have either an active or a passive action. All you have is what is known as a nominal predicate, именное сказуемое. Other examples of nominal predicates are I'm tired. You have what does look like the passive voice, but it isn't the passive voice, is tired. But if you say, I am tired by your silly jokes, that becomes the passive voice because you have an action. And you also have the agent who performed the action, your silly jokes. I'm tired by your silly jokes. You can use the same verb in the active voice. Your silly jokes have tired me. I can't take them anymore. Another sentence would be the door is closed. And the door is open, for that matter. Interestingly, open is not participle two. It is an adjective. But from open, you don't have an adjective, so you have to use past participle as an adjective. The door is closed. There is no action but there is only a condition, a state. But you can say the door is opened and closed by a spring mechanism. Дверь открывается и закрывается пружинным механизмом. Here you have actions. You have the real passive voice. Okay, let's see what else we have. Now, what happens to the agent? What happens to the person or thing or anything else that performs the action when we have the passive voice? Sometimes it is simply unknown. The bank has been robbed. Who robbed it? We don't know who robbed it. It could have been anyone. It could have been the local teenagers. It could have been a hard-boiled criminal. It could have been anyone. We don't know. Another case is when the agent is obvious. For example, this building was built in just 3 months. Was built. Who built it? Don't you know who builds buildings? Builders. Don't you know who makes roads? Road construction teams. This road was built across town, and it's very convenient. This road was built across town. Who built it? Who usually builds roads? Construction crews. And sometimes the agent is deliberately withheld. Сознательно не упоминается. It's deliberately withheld. Let's discuss the sentences here. The railroad was tracked through a mountain. Железная дорога была проложена сквозь гору. Who usually tracks roads through mountains? Tracking crews, construction crews. We assume that the road was tracked by people who are professionals and who are professional road builders. However, if the agent for the action is something exceptional, not your usual common agent, it will be mentioned. For example, the railroad was tracked through a mountain by a crew of explosion engineers. Железная дорога была проложена сквозь гору бригадой специалистов по взрывным работам. Usually, maybe some explosion crews work, but in this case, you decided to mention who exactly built that road. The next one. A man was badly wounded in the shootout. В перестрелке был тяжело ранен мужчина. Who wounded him? We simply don't know. It could have been the local gangs. It could have been an unfriendly drunk. It could have been anyone. But the fact remains that a man was badly wounded in the shootout. So here we have a situation where we simply don't know who the agent was. Next sentence. You were seen stealing from the till. Steal from the till means запустить руку в коробку с деньгами или в выдвижной ящик кассового аппарата. You were seen stealing from the till. Till is ящик кассового аппарата, where the cashier keeps his cash and checks. You were seen stealing from the till. Видели. Как? Кто видел? We don't know. Or, we're not going to tell you. We know who saw you do that, but we are not telling you. It's none of your business. The fact remains that you were seen stealing, but who exactly told us that is none of your concern. The next one. It has been brought to my attention that you sleep on the job. Мне сообщили или довели до моего сведения, что вы спите в рабочее время, вы спите на работе. Who snitched on you? I won't tell you. Somebody did, a well-wisher, but it's none of your business who exactly it was. The next one. The president is reported to be having an affair with his assistant. It has been known to happen in the American government.
Well, I don't see any credible reporting about that specific situation. What I do see is that President Trump's second term has been marked by significant legal challenges, with over 550 lawsuits filed against his administration's actions, including aggressive foreign policy moves, executive order expansions, and controversial domestic
Shut up!
policies.